Good afternoon, beautiful people. So today is Monday, September 23rd, and it is about 12:50, and my little firsties are in counseling. So while they're in counseling, I'm trying to finalize their newsletter that goes home today, and I wanted to just hey guys, let's try that again. So it is about 12:54, and today is Monday, September 23rd, and my little firsties are in counseling, and I am trying to finalize their newsletter so that I can have it copied, stapled to their homework in the next hour or so. So I pray that you had an incredible weekend, that you were able to get some rest, and maybe there's a little fall air where you live. There's not much fall air here, although this morning I think it was like 69, so maybe that is a little fall for us. I am busy doing, oh gosh, a ton of different things today. Seem like Mondays are just all over the place. But if you have not seen my last vlog that I put on, there should probably be two before this one goes up, so make sure that you are checking out my last two vlogs that I put up. And it seemed like in one of them I wanted to say something about one of them, but I can't even remember what it is now. So let me pep up. So let's see, what have we done today? Same old mundane things. Let's see, do I have anything new for you? Not that I could think of, but I did want to check in with you. If I come up with something that I need to share, maybe the read alouds that we're doing for this week, I'll come back on and share the read alouds that I plan to do this week. Oh, I know, the thing I was going to say last week was I didn't finish vlogging last week because we had a ton of meetings at the end of the week. I think Thursday we had a meeting. No, Wednesday we had a meeting. Thursday we had a meeting. And I needed some rest. I needed some me time on Friday because I had the worst muscle spasm ever on, well, one of them anyway, because it seemed like all of mine are bad, on Wednesday. So that was just a sign that I needed to just pump my brakes and take time for me, and I did exactly that. So feeling better. Seems like it's always one thing or after another with me lately, but anyway, that's not here or there. But so that vlog is all over the place, so just let me just ask for forgiveness on the last two that are up before this one, but go back and watch them anyway. Tell me what you think, and give them a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. If you have, let me say thank you for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos till the end and just supporting this channel. One thing that is going on here, there's a contest that we have every year, and it's the Be a Champion and Read contest, where students are asked to read 5 books and make a 100. And when they do that, they fill out a form to get an Alabama or an Auburn bookmark. And you know, the Alabama Auburn teams are very big here in the state of Alabama, and so the kids are really excited about that. So that's one thing that's going on. We have a penny drive that's going on, raising money for children with cancer, and you know, that's my heart, children and cancer. So that's going on. So today when the kids came in, just kind of did the same things. They finished the bell ringer. We met whole group for Reading Wonders. We moved into centers. They got a chance to go to the computer. Was one center, I was the other center, and I think they had a spelling cut and paste, and I think contractions was the other center. So they did that, and then I met with my intervention group at around 10:30 to 11 o'clock. So we worked on building words, making words, and changing the phonemes and making new words. And by the end it was lunchtime. So after lunch we came in and started math. And I don't know if I shared with you what math program we're doing. We're doing iReady Classroom Math. Let me get that for you so I can share that with you. So it's not iReady, it's just Ready Classroom Mathematics. So this is what one of the teacher's edition looks like. There's another book that's just as thick as this one and just as clumsy, awkward. The page is larger than 8.5 by 11, so very awkward. I can't stand it, and it's heavy too. But anyway, this is it. And I know you can't see me thumbing through it, but I was trying to show you what it looks like on the inside. So far we've just been making number pairs. We did number pairs for 7, number pairs for 8, number pairs for 9, number pairs for 10. We've been doing number buns, fact families, missing add-ins. Is what we've been doing, and most of it's been addition. So I think this next lesson that we will start, which is lesson 6, I think, has to do with subtraction. So we'll do some of the same things with subtraction problems, I believe. And we need to finish lesson 6, 7, and 8. I think there's about 3 weeks left in this quarter, so I've got those 3 lessons that I need to do. And each lesson consists of about 4 or 5 sessions. So each lesson is about 4 or 5 sessions. Sometimes there's 4, and look like most of the time there's 5 sessions. So that's what we're doing in math, and it's very similar to iReady. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure what the difference is besides being math and reading, because there's an online component that I could pull up that's interactive. So I'm not sure what the difference is, why this is called Ready Classroom and the other is called iReady. If you know, leave me a message down below and let me know what you know about it. So that led us to the kids having to go to counseling, which is where they are now. So I'm going to finish this newsletter, get homework copied, stapled, and if I get a chance, I'll come back on. If not, I'll see you in the morning. Bye, guys. Good morning, beautiful people. Today is Thursday, September 26th, and it is about 9:52. And my firsties are in the library checking out new library books, and she'll do a lesson with them. And before they went to the library, they worked on their bell ringer, but very limited because I had a lot of students that needed to take a test on an AR test on their library book. Excuse me. So I listened to quite a few of them read, and some of them were not ready, so they didn't take a test, and they cannot exchange that library book until they are ready for a test. And I may listen to a few more read when they get back, just depending on what I need to do in the classroom. But I do know one thing I need to do is the new Dibbles assessment on them. And I don't know if you do Dibbles, but our Dibbles for first grade is 4 different parts that we will be progress monitoring. Every week I have to do some students, other students I could do every other week. And I think my highest group I could do maybe once every 3 or 4 weeks. But one of the assessments is the phonemic segmentation fluency. This is that book. So they will just segment some phonemes. I'll say the words and they'll tell me all the sounds that they hear in the word. And I can't remember what the goal is. I'll share that goal with you in a few minutes, but I need to do that assessment. Another assessment is, what's the other one? Words read fluently. So they will have to read some words to me, and if they don't get the words in the first row, I can stop the test. But they'll just read some words to me. I'll show you what that first one looks like. Those are the words right there. That's second assessment for progress monitoring. Another one is oral reading fluency, so I will listen to them read, and all of these assessments is for a minute. So the first story is titled A Clean House. So that's one. And the last one is nonsense word fluency. So they'll read some nonsense words to me, and that's what that first page looks like. So I need to do that on, I really need to do it on at least my low group and medium group this week, and then I could do my high group at another time. I'm sure they will probably be pretty good with it, except for maybe the words. I'm not sure how far they'll get with the words. Some of them will do pretty well. And then reading the passage, they need to do those things in 1 minute, and I can't remember exactly where I put what the goal is, but I'll find it and share that with you later. The other thing I'm doing is having parent conferences. The quarter ends in about 2 weeks from tomorrow, I think. So I'm trying to get some parent conferences done. Here is my parent conference form. And I want to say, I think I shared this last year as well. But this is the form that I generally fill out when I have parent conferences. And there's a place for the quarter that we're in, the date, the time, and the grade level. There's a place for the student's name, the teacher's name, persons in attendance. Like one of the meetings I had this morning was the mother and the grandmother, so I will put them in their name here, and along with my name. Then it says conference requested by either the teacher or the parent. I just usually put a check mark there. Reason for the conference. I have several reasons. It's not just classwork. Sometimes it's behavior. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's attendance. And classwork or grades is on here as well. I generally start out the meeting with something positive, and then I start addressing some concerns. So I just list the concerns here, just a little bullet. I don't write any full sentences, because most of the time if I can just look at the little bullet and the topic or whatever I wrote, I can pretty much remember what I wanted to say about that little student. Then I'll put whether it's grade, academics, whether it's conduct, behavior, whatever it is. And then some outcomes. Most of the time I'll ask parents to do a few things, whether it's listening to them read some sight words, or reading a library book, working with sentences, doing some math fluency problems. And if I want to follow up, I'll jot something down there. But that's my parent conference form I wanted to share with you. Also, when we have those parent conferences this quarter, last year we did it a little differently, but we also get them to sign a school parent compact form, and that's just a little agreement with the school. It lists the parents' responsibilities and the student responsibilities. So we get them to sign that as well. And they have a copy. It's triplicated, so they also get a copy of that. So we're getting that signed as well. When they get back from the library, I need to do a spelling test, because we didn't take our spelling test last week. Because I was in so many meetings last week, I decided to continue with last week's lesson plans. So I did do the reading assessment on yesterday, but today we need to do the spelling test. So I decided to do spelling tests a little differently some weeks this year. And one of the things that I'm going to do, besides just calling out the words, they will be able to identify the word that is their spelling word that is spelled correctly. And I got this form off of, I think, Teacher Guide. So that's what it looks like. So their word, the first one is, there is a sentence and it says, who will blank in the race? So you have R-I-N as a choice, R-E-N as a choice, and R-U-N as a choice. So hopefully they will be able to choose the correct spelling for run and do those 10. The other thing is we've been working on contractions that end with the apostrophe S. So words that end with is, has, and us, I think is what we've done. I've made a little anger chart about some contraction with contractions on it as well. So they will do that little assessment. I need to do a handwriting assessment, and this is what our handwriting assessment looks like. Let me get it out of my face. So it just says first grade students will be taught Denilian manuscript letters. So I just kind of go to the board from time to time, and if I'm writing a word, I'll show them how to write that word correctly using our alphabet chart. That is Denilian. I had a real cute one that matched my black with the dots themes, but it wasn't Denilian, so I didn't put it up. Matter of fact, I think I bought it for about $10 from one of my co-workers, but it's not Denilian, so I decided not to put it up. But what I think I am going to do maybe next year is cover up the pattern that is on my Denilian with the black with the bright dots border. I think I may do that, and that way my alphabets will be Denilian, but it will also have the border that I'm using, the theme that is going on, because I will probably do this theme one more year, because I'm really thinking next year is going to be my last year, but shh, don't tell anyone. So anyway, back to the homework. I digress. On here, they will receive these letters here, and they will have to write these letters on handwriting paper. And there are a few words at the bottom. There are about 8 words at the bottom. So they are graded on, if they set the letter on the line, letters like A, B, C, and D, if they set those letters on the line, they get 4 points. If most of them are on the line, I think it says letters usually sit on the line, they get 3 points. But if the letters are inconsistently sitting on the lines, they'll get 2 points. So they'll get 4 points for tall letters that touch the top line, letters like B, F, H, and T. They'll get 4 points for always, 3 points for usually, and 2 points for inconsistently. For letters that hang, like the G, J, Q, and Y, if the tail always hang below the line, they'll get 4 points. If it's usually below the line, they'll get 3, and inconsistently, they'll get 2. So small letters fill the space, like A, E, I, and R. If it's always, 4 points, usually 3 points, inconsistently 2 points again. And the last thing is the circle letters are closed. If it's always, 4 points, usually 3 points, inconsistently 2 points again. And those are letters like A, E, G, and O. So there's a total of 20 points. 20 to 18 points is an A, 17 to 16 points is a B, 15 to 16 points is a C, and below is a D or E as a failure. So we'll do that when they get back. What else do I need to do when they get back? We need to finish a writing. We went to the computer lab and did research on an animal. Everyone has a different animal that they researched. I think I asked for 3 facts. So they had to research 3 facts on those animals. We're going to put those facts into an informational writing. So we will probably work on that as well today. And if I can do my math quiz wherever it is, that will be good as well. So I have progress reports going home next week, so I'm trying to update the progress reports with some more grades on it from the last time, which was about 2 weeks ago when we sent home progress reports. But anyway, I digress. I wanted to check in with you. I hope you're having a great day, and if I don't get a chance to check back in with you, let me go ahead and say have a marvelous weekend. You should see this video uploaded very soon. Let me just say that, because I'm all about not doing too much on my weekends anymore. But I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching my videos all the way through. Please share this video with anyone that may be able to use it. I know I didn't have much in it this week. I really didn't have much to share with you. That's why I didn't want to come on and be redundant every day. And I'm about to start rambling if I say anything. Oh, another thing that we're doing in math, we're practicing time fact drill. So they have to solve 10 addition fact sentences, and I think the addition only goes to 10. They have like maybe 2 minutes to do 10 problems, so we're working on that because they would have to do that at the end of the quarter, and it's part of their EQT grade. So I saw it sitting here, so I wanted to tell you that too. But I think I was saying thank you for subscribing. Please comment below. You know, let me know how things are going where you are. Things are not going so well here. It's like a lot of new things that are just getting on my nerve. And, you know, this week seemed to have been better. I did take off Friday. I told you that earlier in this week vlog. And I was having some muscle spasms. So I just figured I need to just put me on my list of things to do. So I did that. So things are going a little better. Things seem to have kind of settled down this week. I don't know what I was saying before I was interrupted, but have a great day is what I got back on just to say. Love you guys. Infinity hugs and kisses. Bye. Good morning, guys. Today is Friday, September 27th, and it is about 7:46. And I just jumped on to let you know what we're doing today. Today is our STEM Friday. We do STEM activity every other Friday. So 2 weeks ago today, we did our first one. So we'll do the second one today. And what we did last time, 2 weeks ago, was, and I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you that. But one of the, let me show you right now. Alright, so one of the activities was using these connecting cubes to build. They could build anything that the team discussed. And I wanted them to come together and decide as a group, because in the word team there's no I. So it was not all about one person, and not everybody could do a different thing. So one of the materials they used were these math connecting cubes. Okay, that was one. Another group had index cards and tape, and they could build whatever they wanted to build, fold it, tape it, however they wanted to do that. So a different group will get this material today. And another group had clothespins and popsicle sticks. So that's what's in there. Clothespins and popsicle sticks. Another group had Play-Doh. And with Play-Doh, they had toothpicks. So a different group will get that today. Now, 2 weeks ago, I didn't tell them what to build. I didn't guide them into anything. The group that had the toothpicks and the Play-Doh was doing a real pretty castle. Then they said it started to fall down. So, you know, we just went into the conversation of what engineers do. What do people do when they start to build things and it starts to fall down? Do they just take it down and rebuild something else? So, you know, what's the plan? So we got into that conversation. And the group that had the index cards and the tape, they started building the house. And then I think somebody in the group suggested, no, don't build a house, let's do something else. So we talked about how you have to decide and get busy doing it. And you can't change your mind, you know, midstream, because, you know, that could be expensive, waste of materials if you were an engineer and you're actually doing the building. So I wanted to share with you our STEM activity for today. The other thing I'm going to do this morning is meet with my students and progress monitor. I told you about Dibbles on my last vlog, I think it was yesterday, but I'm going to do that. But what I didn't tell you was the goal for our next testing period, which will be either the end of January, no, the end of December or the beginning of January. So the goal for, let me see if I can get these acronyms correct. The goal for nonsense words fluency is at least 54, I think. It was 41 at the beginning of the year. The goal for words read fluently is 17. Initially, at the beginning, it was 13. And the goal for oral reading fluently, oral reading fluency. So the goal I just gave you was words, were the words, yes. So this is the oral reading the passages. So that goal is 35, and from 35 to 50, and it was 10 to 34. Okay, so I see. Okay. So there's like a little window, but what I gave you initially were minimum scores. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. Let's see if I have that written down somewhere else that makes a little bit more sense. Yes, I do. Okay, so let me say it again. So the phoneme segmentation fluency, the beginning of the year goal was 39. The mid-year goal is 43. And that's just them saying the sounds that they hear in the word that I say. The nonsense word fluency, the initial goal was 42. Now it's 54. And that's saying the sound in the nonsense word, saying the sounds, or reading the nonsense word. And in words read fluency, the goal was 15. It's up to 17, and that's just reading sight words. And then the oral reading fluency, which is the passages, or which are the passages, the goal was 21, so it's up to 35. So I'm going to try, and I'm going to definitely meet with my strategic group, that group first, just in case I don't get to my intensive, or what's the name of that other group? Intensive or let me see. Intensive or core. Yep, core is that other one. So I want to share that with you. And I told you we're working on a writing three facts about an animal. Everybody has a different one. I have people that chose like bears, cat, dog, fox, cheetahs, tigers, lions, alligator. So they had to research 3 facts, and we did that in the computer lab. So now we need to put that together and start our writing. I want to go ahead and do that today. And one thing about me and writing, when I decide to do a writing, I don't want it to take all week, because for some reason I get frustrated, I get impatient, you know, because they're just not listening. So I'll just take one day and just wipe me out. I'm done. So we're going to try and do that today as well. I also have a little quick assessment with capitalization and punctuation. They're going to rewrite sentences and they will be graded on capitalizing and using correct punctuation. So wanted to share that with you, and I think that is it. When they come in, they will go ahead and do bell ringer. I will start pulling them and doing my Dibbles progress monitoring. And Dibbles progress monitoring is the 8th edition. Okay. All right. Just wanted to update you on that. Have a great weekend. If I don't get a chance to check back in with you, infinity hugs and kisses. Bye, guys.